the club, plays macros. What's back though? It's a Louis back though.
Holy shit, I rolled the split, choke hold the beat. Flip that, then I sold the shit. Got my wrist on spray, now it's cold as shit. Only you boneless, if you got a bone to pick, I tell you go to strip. While I pull up in that stolen whip, while snacking and I pulling tricks. The only rabbit here is me, I hop on any beat and treat it like Play-Doh and mold this shit. Bitch, I promise.
Yo, it's Zero, and this is What If Naruto Was Raised by Yoriichi, Part 5. Make sure you like and comment on this video, and a lot did happen in the last part, so I think it would be best if I had a recap. In the last part, at the beginning, Taiyo was promoted to the rank of Hashira. After later returning home, his family would live in peace until their home was attacked by Leaf Anbu. They were looking for Yoriichi at first, but then later realized that wasn't who they were truly after. We begin part 5 now, after the conversation the ninja had with the family of samurai. Both ninja bow in respect and apologize for attacking them. Taiyo would look at Itachi. His eyes pierced Itachi's heart and soul. And then his gaze went to Kakashi. Taiyo got up, grabbing the hand that Kakashi almost killed his sister with. How many people have you killed with this hand? Kakashi would then get flashbacks to Rin and many other ninjas that had families who he had killed. And then he began to cry. This is when Taiyo looked down on Kakashi as he sat. And with a calm voice, he would say, "You don't deserve to cry." Yoriichi would try to stop his son, but Yuta would touch his shoulder. "Never come here again. Use your amazing talents to help people rather than to kill them." Taiyo would then turn to that of Itachi. "As for you, you need to stop fighting battles that you cannot win. It is okay to retreat." Itachi then gripped the kunai under the table. "What are you?" And this is when he felt the sword of Taiyo pressed against his throat. In an instant, the boy had moved that fast. "See what I mean? And I will never forgive you for putting my family's life in danger. So leave." The two ninja get up and they would leave. Yoriichi would then say, "So it seems my elder brother was lying about starting a family. He's actually turned to the wrong side. I never thought that would actually happen." Taiyo looks down in disappointment. "Father, I alone will slay him." Yoriichi was surprised by how quickly his son had adapted to this situation, but he would thank his son. After this, the family gathers their things and actually moves. Yoriichi doesn't want his brother Kokushibo to attack his home, especially when it's only his wife and daughter. The Leaf Ninja will report to Lord Third about the mistake that they had made, and they begin their hunt for Kokushibo. Far away though, on top of a strange snowy mountain, Kokushibo and many others were gathered bowing to a man on a throne. Well then, looks like as time goes on, we can't move. So, I think it'd be rude not to give them a fighting chance. The man turns to one of his samurai. "Upper Moon 11 Rui, go cause havoc for me with your family." In an instant, he left, heading to a forest. Back with Taiyo's family, they would then arrive at the base of their organization. Many will bow in respect to Yoriichi and Taiyo. Yuta was sleeping on his back. As he then walked, he still enjoyed the white flowers that were on the ground. Eventually, they would reach a home that was once Yoriichi's. And as they settled their things to unpack, Yuta looked at her son. "Go find your friends. We'll finish up here." Taiyo hugged his mom, and then he headed off. He dashed across the giant area trying to find Tanjiro, but what he heard was the voice of Zenitsu screaming. Once he slid open the door, Tanjiro and Nezuko ran at him, hugging him. "Hey guys, I missed you too. How's the training coming?" Both of them smile while telling them that they can use total concentration up to 2 minutes now. Taiyo smiled. "I'm glad you're safe, but starting today, I will oversee everyone's training." They all will be in shock, and the next day, Taiyo does the sun dance, and many would watch. This is when they see Yoriichi, who was watching as well. Tanjiro watches it so close because he was truly amazed. He's amazing, isn't he? Tanjiro looks up to see Yoriichi. Yes, he's so strong and graceful. He never stops to amaze me in battle, even at my darkest moments. Yoriichi smiles, but he notices Tanjiro has a set of sun earrings as well. So, you must be related to my old friend. Do you know a man named Tanjiro? Tanjiro? And Nezuko's eyes widen, as they both would say, "That's our father." Yoriichi smiles. Out of many people I know, I would put your father at third for total concentration. Taiyo would finish the dance as he sees his father talking to his friends. He ran over and bowed to his father, who tapped his head. You still need more work, but you are getting better. Taiyo smiled. Of course, father. Alright, all the samurai here, grab your swords and follow me. Taiyo takes them all to a forest that was very dark, even during the day. Alright, now the goal for this training is for you to use all your other senses to block my attacks and land attacks on me. Once you complete this training, you can move on to training with my father. Everyone shouts in excitement at the chance to train with two Hashira. Tanjiro steps up first, and when he does, Taiyo drops his weapon. As soon as Tanjiro's guard will be lowered because of this, he was kicked in his stomach. Taiyo then turns back to them. If you guys actually manage to land hits on me, I'll just let you pass. Don't worry, I'll be using this wooden sword against your blades, for safety reasons. This is when everyone rushes at Taiyo, but he smirks as Tanjiro would yell out no, as he and Nezuko watch as Taiyo uses the 11th form to create what seemed like clones of himself because of how fast he was moving, and he knocks all 17 other participants down. Zenitsu stood shaking his head as Taiyo would walk towards him. Once they were super close, Taiyo smiled, "Boo," and then Zenitsu passed out from shock. Taiyo then turned back to everyone. Now, everyone watch Zenitsu as he enters his true form that is very useful in battle. From behind Taiyo was a giant burst of lightning. Alright, everyone please pay close attention to this fight. Breath of the Sun, second form, Azure Heaven. Taiyo slices in a 360 direction, but Zenitsu blocked and flipped over him, going for another slash. But the blade was grabbed by Taiyo, whose hand was covered in flames. Zenitsu calmed down, and he looked up at Taiyo as he fell. Breath of the Sun, secret technique, Hands of Flames. Taiyo dropped the blade, and everyone there watched in amazement. Everyone here has something that makes them special. My job is to help you harness that before moving on. I'd say this training takes about a month for everyone to pass, and during this time, Tanjiro and Nezuko would figure out something. They realized that their father knew a variation of the Breath of the Sun, and doing this, they created their own breath styles by combining what they already knew. Nezuko created Scorch Breathing, a style of fire and wind, combining to create strong air as well as flames. Tanjiro created his own breath of steam. This style uses hot air to deal damage over time for longer fights. This would wear down his opponent. After this, they begin the training with Yoriichi. Alright, all of you, follow me. He takes them to a big river, and from out of the river pops Taiyo and Suki, who are playing around. Oh, hey father, you must be starting today. He nods, turning back to many of the samurai. My son and daughter may be young, but their breathing is very great. This training will be for all of you to use total concentration while holding your breath under the water against the very strong flowing tides. Everyone will be surprised while looking at the kids in the river who seem to be having fun while doing so. Tanjiro yelled out, "Mr. Yoriichi, how young was Taiyo when he first started his training? And how long could he do it?" Yoriichi then thinks, "Well, he's only 9 now, so I'd say about 6.5. Maybe a little bit older, but he could do so for about 10 minutes before telling me the river was too cold." Everyone would now begin their training, being even more motivated. The goal for everyone was 5 minutes. This training was harder than anything the samurai had ever done before, and this took them 2 additional more months to fully complete. And then all of them weren't even done. Only our main protagonist had completed their training. One day, while relaxing with his mother and sister picking flowers, Taio's hawk flew down. Taio would then pet his bird. "Oh, I've missed you, my friend. Have you been safe?" The bird would nod as it then said, "Taio, go to the haunted forest to assist samurai who will need more strength. There is a very strong opponent there. Bring Tanjiro and Nezuko as well, and Zenitsu." Taio hugged his mother and sister tight. Yuta smiles at her son. "Go, they need you." Right. Taio runs and grabs his friends, as they would then leave the organization, heading out into the world once again. And this is where this part will end. I'm sorry this one is short, but trust me, once I put out part 6, it'll make up for the short time. And I'm pretty sure you guys will enjoy that part the most out of anything I put. Thank you all once again for the support on the series, and this is Zero, and I'm signing out.